Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. This is a story that's been bubbling under the surface for quite some time now, and it's gaining momentum quickly. We've got a situation in the division that could reshape the entire landscape of the NFC East, and the implications for the New York Giants are colossal. It's not just about a coaching change, it's about a legendary figure potentially stepping back onto the Giants' sidelines, someone who's deeply intertwined with the franchise's history and identity. And that person, folks, is Bill Belichick. Yes, you heard right. The six-time Super Bowl champion coach, who's been synonymous with excellence in the NFL for decades, might be making a stunning move from his current position in North Carolina to return to the Giants, the team where he cut his teeth as a defensive coordinator under Bill Parcells in the 1980s, where he helped build two Super Bowl-winning defenses, and where his coaching journey truly took flight. Now you might be asking, why would Belichick leave the Patriots, a franchise he's built into a dynasty, to come back to the Giants? Well, if we look at his career arc, it's clear he has a deep-rooted connection with the Giants. As a young coach, he learned the ropes in New York, and that experience laid the foundation for his future success. But it's not just nostalgia that's fueling this potential move. It's the state of the Giants right now, a team that's been struggling to find its identity, to recapture that sense of discipline and toughness that once defined its DNA. For a franchise that once stood tall on defense, physicality, and relentless grit, recent years have been a bit of a departure from that image. We've seen flashes of promise, of resilience, but also a lot of inconsistency, especially on offense. And let's be honest, under Brian Daboll, the Giants showed promise in 2022, their first playoff appearance in a while, and a wild-card victory that brought hope back to the fans. But since that breakthrough season, the team has taken a step back. The offense has stagnated, the quarterback situation remains uncertain, and the discipline and focus that define championship teams seem to be slipping away. Injuries have played a role, but more than that, there's a sense that the team isn't as prepared or as cohesive as it needs to be to compete at the highest level week after week. This is where Belichick's influence could be transformative. His teams have always been known for their disciplined approach, meticulous preparation, and a defense that's tough as nails. When you think about the Giants' current struggles, it's clear that what they need right now is a reset. A coach who can instill that classic Belichick mentality of accountability, of playing smart, tough football. And even at 73, Belichick's strategic mind and organizational leadership are still among the best in the league. He's not just a coach, he's a builder of teams, a developer of talent, and someone who understands the intricacies of team building from the front office perspective. We've seen the Giants try to climb back to relevance with Daboll, and while he did a great job in his first year, the team's trajectory has been inconsistent. The offense, in particular, has struggled to get on track. Daniel Jones, who showed flashes of brilliance last season, has yet to fully tap into his potential, and the offensive line has been banged up and inconsistent. But what if Belichick, with his deep understanding of the game and his ability to maximize the talent on his roster, stepped in? He could immediately elevate the defense, which has been a bright spot at times, but needs a steady hand to become truly dominant again. His defensive schemes and attention to detail could make a difference in a division where teams like the Eagles and Cowboys are relentless. And let's not forget, Belichick's understanding of the NFL's front office dynamics is second to none. He's a master at roster building, identifying talent, and creating a culture of accountability that breeds success. The Giants have some promising pieces, like Saquon Barkley, who's a true game-changer when healthy, and the coaching staff has made strides. But there's a need for that extra edge, that veteran leadership that Belichick can provide. His presence alone would send a message across the league that the Giants are serious about returning to the top. Imagine the impact on the locker room, the mentorship he could provide to young players, and the strategic adjustments he could make to turn this team into a consistent playoff contender. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is Belichick really going to leave the Patriots after so many years? Well, it's complicated. He's been linked to retirement, seemingly enjoying a break from coaching after parting ways with New England, but the right opportunity might just be too tempting. The Giants, with their rich history, passionate fanbase, and a roster that's on the cusp of something special, could be the perfect fit. Plus, this isn't just a short-term fix. Belichick's legendary status and his ability to quickly implement a winning culture could set the Giants up for sustained success for years to come. And it's not just about coaching. There's talk about possible front office changes down the line, which could mirror what other coaching legends like Tom Coughlin once did. Belichick's understanding of team structure, combined with his coaching acumen, makes him a unique candidate to reshape the entire organization. Think about how he could influence draft decisions, free agency, and overall roster construction, creating a blueprint for sustained success that aligns with his football philosophy. Of course, not everyone agrees that this is the right move. Some say Belichick might prefer to stay retired or that he's too ingrained in his current life to make such a drastic change. But the reality is, the NFL is a league of opportunity and timing. The Giants are at a crossroads, they've got talent, they're hungry for a return to greatness, and they need that veteran leadership and strategic genius that only Belichick can bring. His influence could be the spark that reignites the Giants' winning tradition and puts them back into serious Super Bowl contention. Now, imagine the headlines if this move happens. The media frenzy, the fan excitement, the renewed belief in the Giants' future. It would be a story for the ages, a coaching legend returning to where it all began, ready to write a new chapter in his storied career. And for us, Giants fans, it's a story that offers hope, a reminder of the greatness that is still possible in this franchise's history. It's a chance to reclaim that identity of resilience, discipline, and grit that made the Giants a feared team in the NFL. We all know this division is tough, the Eagles are formidable, the Cowboys are relentless, and the Commanders are always lurking. But with Belichick, the Giants could suddenly become the team nobody wants to face. In the end, what we're witnessing is a potential game changer, a move that could define the future of the Giants for decades. It's a story that's still unfolding, but one thing is for sure, the NFL landscape might never be the same if Belichick makes that return to the Giants. The fans are buzzing, the league is watching, and the team is possibly on the brink of a renaissance. The question now is whether the Giants' front office has the vision and the courage to make this bold move, to bring back a legend who can restore the pride and the winning spirit of this franchise. And as fans, all we can do is stay tuned, stay hopeful, and get ready for what could be an extraordinary chapter in Giants history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Belichick will really make the leap and come back to the Giants if the opportunity arises? Or do you think other factors might get in the way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know your opinions, your predictions, and how you see this storyline unfolding. Your voice matters so much to us, and more importantly, it matters to the future of the Giants. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and all the latest news from the Giants camp, so stay tuned. The NFL never sleeps, and neither do we. Thanks for being part of this journey, and let's keep the passion for the Giants alive.